a ZVT versus STX's, who do we have? Bogus last? I hope we see a bogus TBZ again. And Hoejja's actually not bad, so then we can actually see like a good ZVT. Unlike when Hoejja played against that random Zerg guy. Who did he play against last? On Jade, where he just like did a 2-base timing and completely wrecked him. It was some random Zerg guy. Was it like Saxfree or something? No, it wasn't Saxfree. It was Acacia? Could have been. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have last. Alright. That's actually not. Actually, wait, no, that's not alright. That's not nearly as good as Bogus. Also, for some reason, last is 1 and 4 in Brood War matches, which is interesting considering how dominant he was last season. Don't know what's happened to him. But also his TBZ is kind of his weak matchup here. That is relatively speaking, of course, because his other matchups are pretty solid. But last season, like his epic win streak got broken by Action, another KT Zerg. So yeah, let's see. I mean, Hoejja probably has a good shot here. Anyway, so some people are saying, or asking me to cast WCS tomorrow. I don't know what time that is, but there's 2 Pro League matches tomorrow. Oh yeah, I need to make that announcement as well. So since they changed up the schedule and like we missed some weekend matches, the match from Saturday, Ace versus Team 8, I believe, was rescheduled to tomorrow. So tomorrow we're actually going to start earlier than usual. We're going to start at 12 p.m. Korean time. Just like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. my time. And we're going to do 2 matches. Ace versus Team 8, and then I believe SKT versus Con. And so, if WCS is during that, then obviously I can't do that. And if it's after that, then I still can't do that because I have to go to work. Ha! So the answer is, unfortunately, sorry, but I cannot cast WCS tomorrow. So anyway, back to the game. Looks like we've lost at the top left as the Red Terran. Hoejja will be some colored Zerg at the bottom right. Looks like teal, and we are on Electric Circuit. So, oh yes, Protein Clock linking me that useful thing. If anybody didn't see, there is an awesome stats compilation in the Brood War General section, I believe, where some guy just like tallied up all the scores of the different players and separated it into like StarCraft 2 and Brood War and like ace matches and some other jazz and like win percentage and stuff like that. By the way, did you guys? Oh, what is this? Oh, do we have an 8 racks? Proxy 8 racks for the win. But did you guys know? That Shuttle? That's right. Shuttle has the best win percentage in Pro League as of some point recently. Hold on, what? When were these stats taken? Actually, I don't know. But man, that blew my mind. Children of France and Korea. Go KT. Go Sophie. Yeah. Oh, that's quite cute. That's quite cute. See, instead of like name dropping, like giving a shout out to some people from TL or something, that guy he gave a shout out to his girlfriend. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know why people are talking in different colored text in my chat. It's kind of confusing. But we are going to have a BBS here, I believe. That was a barracks at his front, right? I'm pretty sure that was. Oh, is it going to get scattered? Oh? No, it's not going to get scattered. There's no way. No way. Hoejja would have to have amazing sense there. Nah, see Hoejja, I mean, Hoejja, he's on the same team as Flash, but, he didn't inherit the Flash sense. So he's not going to go scout at the barracks. So when he comes over here, he's going to see like a wall. He's going to see the barracks finishing at roughly the right time. He's going to be like, oh, okay, it's probably just like, oh, 1 racks expand. Holy shit, are you kidding me? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh man, alright, the last time this happened in a game, people were like, yo, you gotta regame that shit, because that's bullshit, man. This was like, what was this? This was like Firebat Hero, I think, played against somebody. He walled the top of his ramp, and the probe just like runs up to the wall and glitches through, and scouts a 2-fact, and Firebat Hero was like, yo, what the fuck, Kespa? I got a regame here. And see, now the thing is, Hoejja can actually count the SCVs, and realize that there's not enough SCVs and be like, oh, ha. Man, that is pretty sick. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't actually understand what just happened there, basically because the SCV was building the barracks and it went on the other side of the wall, the drone ran up to the wall. When the SCV was on top of it, it did basically like a stacking thing, and it stacked its way through using the SCV. I'm actually not 100% sure how you can do that intentionally, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely just one of those glitches. It's like it randomly happens sometimes. But in this case, I don't know if that even matters, because as you can see, that the natural hatchery is getting bunker rush here. He's almost certainly going to lose it, but we did recently see on this map Jaedong going 3 hatch before pool and holding off a BBS against Kanata. Because of course you do get that free back mineral only expansion here, so even though Hoejja is going to lose this natural hatchery, he's still going to have a second hatchery at his back mineral only. So it's still going to have, you know, 2 hatchery worth of larvae. And well, let's see how his reaction here is. Kanata followed this up by kind of like just containing a little bit, like poking a little bit, but not pushing too hard into the main, and then just kind of failing after that, allowing Jaedong to get up the lurkers. Let's see if Last makes a similar mistake. Looks like doing a good job kind of walling in at the natural. And there is a sunken colony going up to the main, but you know, that sunken colony, the coverage is not really great. Like the Marines, they can walk around the south side and start shooting the bottom of the mineral line. I think they might even be able to range the spawning pool from out of range of the sunken colony. And of course that back mineral only is also completely undefended. You know, it looks like the drone actually turned itself into an extractor. Honestly, I don't know if that was if he intentionally let that finish or not. Like, it might have been a case of the drone was under attack, so he just wanted to make it into an extractor to regain the HP and then forgot to cancel it. But it's also possible that he did that intentionally so that Last couldn't follow this up with like a one base, you know, medic marine firebat all in without that gas. So I'm actually not 100% sure whether this was intentional or not. You can see, like, Last is not going to follow this up with an expansion. He is trying to kill that gas. He does actually just want to end the game on one base. So, see, that's quite interesting. Anyway. The Overlord, by the way, there, handily checking out whether there is going to be an expansion follow-up or not. And looks like gas being mined, most likely going to get speed first. Actually, maybe not. No, he has gotten a lair now. I'm actually not sure the order of what he got things in. Well, either way. Oh no, he did get speed first. Okay, cool. Whew. Can't be wrong all the time now. So, looks like there is an academy going up. As I said, Last just does want to kind of end the game with a one base medic marine push. And, I mean, you know, if he gets a couple of medics out, a couple of firebats, these speedings are really not going to be very effective. The question is, like, whether that lair tech is going to be up in time, and what it's going to be. It's most likely going to be lurkers, I feel. And why is he letting that marine in? What are you doing? Why are you letting... Oh my god, that was horrendous. Hoejja, what the hell? He had like 80 bajillion speedlings right next to that marine. The marine just like walks in. Oh man, what? What? You see that marine? He's like, just trolling his way into the back of the base. So now Last is just like, oh, well, I wonder what tech he's going. Oh wait, no, I don't wonder, because I saw a Hydralisk then, so obviously he's going lurkers. Now the thing is, you know, he probably would have suspected lurkers anyway. It's like the most common follow-up, and like that's the thing that Jaedong did, so, you know, obviously if Jaedong did it, it's gotta be good, right? But that's pretty silly. And oh, it looks like he's gonna try and sunken down that bunker. That's not gonna happen, is it? Oh, it might happen. No, it's not gonna happen. That's quite cute that the creep actually reaches far enough to range that. Oh, it might be because he made a sunken colony there. Well, no, not really. Huh. Apparently, creep reaches far enough for you to sunken a bunker in your choke. That's not close enough, is it? That one's not close enough. Meanwhile, oh, look at this! Look at this! Very cute, very cute. Last is building a bunker at Hoejja's back door here because he doesn't want Hoejja to break down his own back door to get the lurkers out. Oh, that's very cute. Uh-oh. One creep colony sniped. Oh, he's doing a Ling run by. Oh, he's gonna grab a medic. Oh, get in the bunker! Wait, how did it not get in the bunker? Either way, though, oh my god, that is a lot of Marines. Where are the lurkers? The lurkers are morphing. They're not done yet. They're not done yet, but it looks like Last doesn't want to commit here. Why is he not committing? What? He totally could have got that. Oh man, I think he could have at least sniped down another one of those sunkens, but I guess he wanted to play it safe. and not overcommit and like have the lurkers finish and burrow and then like on top of his marines. But anyway, he's gonna get pushed back a little bit now. Now he's gonna have one comsat worth of energy, worth of scans, and he's lost all his bunkers. So how good is his micro here? Is he gonna actually try and micro this down? Alright, he's gonna do a little bit of fancy micro here, but I'm just gonna keep pushing him back. Like, keep in mind, like, this is like a really interesting situation because it's a 2-base Zerg versus a 1-base Terran, which is usually fine, but like it's a mineral only base for Hoejja, so economy wise he's still a little bit behind, I guess. This is like one of those old school games. This is like Boxer era games where, you know, both players just almost never expand. You just stay on one base, make a few units, just do micro wars all day. Yeah, look at this. See, last he's not gonna expand. He's gonna make a factory. Well, actually, his money's going up a little bit high. Maybe he'll make an expansion. His money's actually surprisingly high for one base. Maybe he doesn't have enough barracks. Did he make any more barracks? Is he still only on 2 barracks? I think he is. I'm drinking my tea at the same time. It's delicious. Okay, so he's gonna expand now. But only after Hoejja's kind of re-established position at his natural. So Hoejja can actually re-expand to his natural. I think he's actually just done that, in fact. So we're actually, you know, despite the BBS opening, we're actually kind of transitioning into a, I guess, standard-ish mid-game. Lurker Ling against just Bioforce. Oh, is he gonna get one? He does get one. Very nicely done. Here's the thing though. See, going 3-hatch Lurker is definitely a viable strategy in ZVT. But 3-hatch Muta is a lot more common, and the reason is, like, you know, a few years ago, 3-hatch Lurker was, or just Lurker openings in general were definitely more popular. But in modern times, the level of Muta micro and the level of Medic Marine micro just makes it so that Mutas are generally a superior strategy. Because when you go for Lurker Ling as a Zerg, you can't really do any fancy micro with Lurkers and Lings. Like, you can try and get your Lings around the back, surround, and, you know, block off Marines from running away. But generally, it's up to the Terran player to, like, miss micro and to mess up for your Lurkers to be very effective. Because your Lurkers, they're very, like, immobile. Like, you have to kind of move them up, cover them with the Lings, and then burrow, and then hope that you can kill a lot of Marines. But the Terran player, if he has, like, really good Marine micro, like, if you watch some VODs of Flash micro against Lurkers, he can, like, pick off Lurkers all day and then run back and stim in and, like, snipe individual Lurkers. And it's really hard for the Zerg player. Whereas, if you think about, if you go for Mutalisks instead, rather than, you know, relying on your opponent being terrible, you actually rely on yourself having amazing Muta micro, and then you can, you know, run in and, you know, if you have like a really good Muta, like if you have Jaedong level control, you can just win games with just your Mutalisks. So, that's, I think, kind of why it's moved away from these Lurker openings. But hey, we're gonna see a Lurker Lurker style here just out of necessity. But as you can see, you know, Hoejja's having a very difficult time pushing the Medic Marine Force back from his base. I mean, he's slowly doing it, and it looks like Last doesn't really want to stick around, so he's just gonna go back here. I think he might also have seen that Ling run around. But either way, now Hoejja has some space, but now a dropship is going in to the main base, and since there's no Spire, there will be no Scourge to take that out, so it's another thing to keep in mind. Last will have kind of free drops all day here. And this Ling counterattack actually doing a decent job, but 2 siege tanks behind the wall is going to take care of that. I'm a little bit surprised those Marines just didn't go back inside. Anyway, gonna drop that back mineral only. It's gonna be extremely annoying for Last, because his mobile force is just Zerglings right now. Like, if there's like 2 Firebats in that dropship, that's gonna be really super duper annoying. Oh, it looks like some Hodges and Lings are coming back now. So just causing a drone pool, gonna kill a couple of dudes, but plenty of units coming back. Oh, there is actually a Firebat who just dies to nothing. That wasn't very useful. Alright, so it looks like you got a handful of drones there. And some Lings, and a Hydra. Alright, and he's gonna keep that alive. The Hydra's actually providing an anti-air here. They might actually get that dropship. Oh wow, the Hydra's actually killed the dropship. Did they have Hydra upgrades? Hold on a minute, is he actually going Hydra Lurk? Because that would be awesome. I love Hydra Lurk. Looks like Science Facility is now on the way. But I really want to see if those Hydras actually have upgrades. I wasn't paying attention before. Doesn't look like they have speed. Does not look like they have speed. But he has made a lot of them though. He can't afford to make all of them into Lurkers. I'm beginning to suspect he is actually going Hydra Lurker here. Yeah, that's too many Hydras walking around. Looks like a force cancel on the 6 o'clock is going to be quite nice, but then he's going to get pushed back. Oh my god, why is Last not spotting his back door here? What is he doing? Why does he not have a depot back here? Oh my god, this is terrible. Why does Last not have any spotting back here? Man, he built a bunker spotting Hoejja's backdoor, and he didn't build anything to spot his own backdoor. Oh man, he's sending an SUV now. That's too late. Well, actually, no, it might not be too late. He will still have a little bit of time here. He's gonna have to have really fast reaction. He's gotta go. The SUV is seeing this. He's like, oh shit! It's the oh shit moment. Oh man, he's got to pull his tanks back in time. The lucky thing is though, he still has a decent amount of tanks in his main base. Yeah, so it looks like we barely saw that in time. So this attack is not going to go well for Hoejja if he commits. I like that SUV block on the ramp. It's going to be quite annoying. The thing is, science vessels are still not out though. He doesn't have much. His only mobile detection is still the scans. So he's got to be careful how he uses these. Conserve those scans, but that is a lot of siege tanks actually. And that's the correct response. Oh, this is another thing actually I should have mentioned while I was talking about, you know, lurker openings before. Especially if you go Hydro Lurk. If the Terran sees Hydro Lurk, he's just like, oh well, I guess I just won't stop making siege tanks because they're pretty good against Hydrogen lurkers. And it's like, oh, and it's just kind of sad. Anyway, we do see a Queen Size now on the way. And oh, some Ling's gonna grab a small group of Medic Marine here in the middle. It's quite nice. Alright. So this is, oh man, this is actually very interesting. So if you look at the relative position of both these players, Hoejja has just started his Queen's Nest, but the Terran's already pushing with his first vessel. Usually what happens in a ZVT is the Zerg should at least have already started his hive by now. Because you know, the normal dynamic is you go for mutas and you get a third base and then you kind of get rush for hive as fast as you safely can to get out those defilers to stop his push. And then the Terran, they kind of have like they have an early / mid game timing where they can poke with a medic marine, but then usually big push timing is when the first vessel comes out. And so basically it comes down to like the Terran pushing as hard as they can with the first vessel until the defilers come out, and hopefully they get to the Zerg's natural. And as soon as and the Zerg kind of barely holding on to their natural, and then defilers come out and they push the Terran back. But in this case, because you know, Hoejja seems to have invested a lot of resources in this mid game army, you know, a lot of Lings, lurkers, and Hydralisks as well. His hive tech is quite a bit delayed. And that's just kind of what happens when you go for Hydro Lurk in the mid game. Although I keep saying that, but I actually don't see that many Hydras. I see a lot of Lings here. But you know, that's another reason people move away from Hydro Lurker is you delay your hive tech by quite a bit. And we can see that here. But this mid game army though, if he can make things happen, if he can take down the Terran force with this army, that's a lot of lurkers, but a lot of tanks in the back though. I don't know who's gonna take it. That is so many Zerg units streaming in. He needs to move the back lurkers up a little bit. It looks like Hoejja actually is not gonna rely on hive tech. He's just gonna crush the army here in the mid game. That was his plan. That is so many lurkers remaining. Look at that last. You can see it on his face. He's like, ah, god damn it, Zerg OP. Sorry, last. Zerg is not OP. This isn't StarCraft 2. This is Broodor, man. And your BBS has not served you well here. BBSing on electric circuit, I don't know what all these Terrans are thinking, but BBSing on a map with a free back expansion cannot be a good idea. GG from last, and Hoejja takes it down. Oh man, great game from Hoejja. 있는 벙커라인 밀어내고 난 이후에 안마나 확장 기지를 가져가고 그다음에 투가스가 확보가 된 그런 시점에서 고강림 선수가 탄력을 받은 것 같습니다. 자, 고강림 선수가 참 연패 중이었고 무엇보다도 힘이 기운 없고 뭔가 힘들 때 가장 최앞선에서 뭔가